Hello kids, welcome back to another episode of Scratch. I see your Scratch tutor, Ijoma. So today we'll be looking at bringing animated stories to life with AI voice. Do you know what your AI voice is in Scratch? That's your text to speech. So I know some of you have been wondering why I've not used the text to speech icon. Block palette. You can't find it in your normal block palette. You have to go to the extension. So I'm going to show you how you get it when we begin our class. So just like in our previous class where I taught you how you can use your recorded voice, this time around you're going to type in what you want the AI voice to say, and then your sprites is going to say it. So for today we'll be creating a story with it. Of course, we're doing animation, you remember, right? So now let's begin. The topic of today's class is bringing animated stories to life with AI voice, and what you will learn today is understand how text-to-speech works, learn how AI converts written words into speech, and how different voice styles affect storytelling. And secondly, to create AI narration for your own stories with text-to-speech tools, and to generate voices and narration for your animations. Don't worry, I'm going to put you through. Okay? So you will sync AI voice with animation. You'll master the skill of matching AI generated voice with sprite movements in Scratch, and then you explore different voice styles, experiment with pitch, tone, and speech speed to create unique character personalities. Okay, so the text to speech is made up of about 4 to 5 voices. We have the tenor, the alto, the giant, the squeak, and the kitten. Don't worry, I'll show you. Okay, then what is text to speech in Scratch? Text to speech in Scratch helps you turn written words into spoken words instead of recording your own voice. Scratch can read the text aloud using an AI generated voice. I promise you're going to enjoy today's class because it's unusual to all the things we've been doing before, and today's story too is interesting, but you have to wait and see. I won't tell you now. How does it work? You type a sentence in Scratch. Scratch converts the text into a voice, and the characters speak the words while moving in animation. Alright, so this is how you set up your text to speech. You click on your extension in Scratch, then you select text to speech. Then use the speak text block for your narration. Okay, this is how you can locate it, but to skip because I'll still show you when we get to Scratch. Okay, and here is the story we are going to create. The name of today's story is The Lion and the Little Helper. Formerly people call it The Lion and the Mouse because the little helper is the mouse. So we are now going to import sprites. Our character is there in our sprite library, so we'll go there, we'll choose the lion and the mouse. Okay, after which we'll head into our story. So here's the story summary. A lion catches a tiny mouse that ran across his paw. The mouse begs for mercy and promises to help someday. The lion laughs but lets him go. Later, the lion is trapped in a hunter's net. The mouse returns, chews the ropes, and frees the lion. The lion realizes even small friends can make a big difference. So let's head on to Scratch now to begin with our project. Now, open your Scratch, and of course we're going to delete our cart. Our default cart won't be useful for today's project, so put it in the trash box, and we'll head on to our sprite library to search for lion. Now this backdrop, go to our sprite library. I was looking for animal though. Then animals, and where's King Lion? Alright, here is our lion. Then you select, and we'll still go back and gonna look for our mouse, which will serve as our little helper. So head on to animals again and look for mouse. Here is a mouse. Now our mouse and lion sprites are here on the stage waiting for us to animate. Alright, so we'll go to our backdrops and we choose. For today's backdrop, we'll be using the savannah, the jungle, and of course we're going to create our own backdrop to fit in. Okay, so we'll create the front page and the end as we normally do. Alright, but the main sprite we'll be using, the main backdrop we'll be using is savannah and jungle. So let's search for savannah, and there you go. Here's our savannah. Click on it and the savannah is here on the stage. Then we'll go back and search for jungle. Jungle, here is our jungle. Waiting for it to come up. Alright, our jungle is right here on the stage. So now the first thing we'll do is to go to our paint, backdrop paint. Let's create the front page of our picture. That's the cover of our story. Take this back. Alright, let's do this. I don't quite like this color. Let me change the colors. For the center, I want it to be white. So the center should be white. Then this part should be blue, something like this. Alright, this is nice. Now type. Click on your text and type. You remember what I said the name of our story is, so that's what we're typing right now. The name of our story is, I'll be typing with the black color, so choose black. The type in capital letters, the lion, enter, and enter the little helper. There you go. Click on your select, and oh, you want to expand. Alright, but this hand needs to come somewhere here, so let's arrange it. Click on your text, let's see here, and then shift this to the middle, more like it. Alright, click on your select again, and then we'll stretch it out this way. Yeah, the lion and the little helper. That's it. So let's go back to our code and click on your backdrops. Let's make some changes. Now we have to name this backdrop we just created, so we're going to name it front page. Name it front page. front page. That's it. Then go back. Now when you click on this, when green flag is clicked, switch backdrops to front page and wait. That's it. So when green flag is clicked, I want the lion to be here, and for the mouse, let's position it well. Let's flip the mouse. The mouse should be facing the lion, not backing the lion. So we're going to flip. Go to your costumes and flip horizontally, and it is done. So we want the lion to take this position when green flag is clicked, and we want the mouse to take this position. So we have to code for it, right? So let's code for it. Click on the lion. When green flag is clicked, go to your motions. Take this position. Go to X and Y. Okay? And it is done. When green flag is clicked, it's going to be here, and we'll do the same thing for the mouse. When green flag is clicked, you take this position. Beautiful, right? So that's it. And wait for 1 second. Our wait block is in our controls, so get it. Wait for 1 second. Wait for 1 second. Okay, 1 second is already here. And switch backdrops to Savannah. Switch backdrops to Savannah. Oh, you see that? Then for the mouse, when backdrop switches to Savannah, oh, we've been coding for the mouse. We should be coding for the lion, not the mouse, right? So let's take this code to the lion. Let's see if it's done. Okay. Let's try again. Alright, it's done. So now I'm going to delete the 2 blocks we added here for the mouse. Shouldn't be there. Take it back. Alright, then go back to your lion and rearrange the block. Alright, now click on your mouse. When backdrop switches to Savannah, hide. When backdrop switches to Savannah, go to your looks and hide. Sharp. Now let's see if it's working. Oh, we'll also make it show when green flag is clicked. Show. Alright, so let's click on the green flag. Alright, it just happened. You see? It happened. Or we can also make the lion to wait for 2 seconds, so our front page can show a little bit longer before it switches. And it is done. Now let's begin with our story fully. Then the lion should be somewhere here. Now we want to make this lion to sleep, but there's a problem. Our lion doesn't have a sleeping costume or lying down costume, so we're going to create it. You're wondering how? You see that. Go to your events. When backdrop switches to Savannah, or we can just take this back so we won't have so many blocks. take this position. We want the lion to be here when the backdrop switches to Savannah. Now let's go to costume. We're going to delete this costume, or we'll leave it. Let's delete this one. Okay, duplicate. Okay, now it's time to create the sleeping lion. So pick your select the lion's leg, then you place your cursor here and you bend it, then you place it back this way. I want to make the lion lie down. Okay, that's it. Then we're going to delete this leg. Alright, I'll do the same here. Try again. Place it like this. I have to adjust because the lap is looking bigger than the body. As you can now know, it's still not looking okay, so we'll adjust again. More like it. Alright, this is looking good. Now let's delete the back leg too. It's of no use now. Yes, exactly. Now the lion is lying down. So go back to stage. Alright, took it down. Now go back to your code and change this because we shifted the lion. So you also change the position. Okay. Alright, so we're also going to create a sleeping lion. We just made the lion to lie down. Now we're going to duplicate this lion that's lying down. Duplicate. And we're going to use our paint, our brush. Use our brush to close his eyes. Okay. So now reduce the size of your brush, make it smaller, shouldn't be too big. And this is okay. Now I have to change the color. We're going to use the color of the paw instead of the color of the skin. This is how we get the color. You pick your eye drop, take it to this place, then get the exact color, and the dots. Now it looks like the lion is sleeping. Okay, just close the lion's eye. So now go back to our code. When green flag is clicked, switch costume to standing lion. We'll go and rename the costumes so we'll know the exact one we're using. The lion A should be standing lion. Standing lion. Then this one, lying lion. And the third one should be sleeping lion. Well, let's name this one resting lion instead. The resting lion. And then this one should be the sleeping lion. Alright, the sleeping lion. Now you go back to your quotes. Alright, when green flag is clicked, switch costume to resting lion. No, you should make it standing lion because of the cover page, right? So you should make it standing lion. Then when backdrop switches to savannah, switch costume to lion or resting lion, rather resting lion. Now we're going to start our story fully with our text to speech. So it's time to introduce the text to speech blocks to you. So as you can see, you can't find the text to speech block here. We only have motion, look, sound, events, controls, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. Now here is called your block palette extension. You click there, it will take you to text to speech, and here is your text to speech. We've used one of these extensions before in our previous classes where we used the pen to create a stamping project. Okay, now click on your text to speech, and you see it was added automatically to our block palette, so you don't really have to do much, and it's only 3 blocks, not much. I have the speak block, the set voice to auto, and then set language to any language of your choice. Okay, but we're using English language, of course, so we'll leave it here. English is already the default setting, so we're not changing anything there. Now the lion, the narrator will have to talk before the lion, and for this project the narrator's voice is going to be the tenor. As you can see, we have so many names. Let me click on the drop down and you see the voices we have here. We have the auto, the tenor, the squid, the giant, and the kitten. Alright, so the narrator's voice is going to be the tenor, the lion's voice is going to be the giant, and the mouse voice is going to be the squid. Now let's get this. Set voice to tenor, which is the narrator's voice. Tenor, and speak. So here is what the narrator will say. The default setting is say hello, speak hello. You see when I click on it, it will speak hello.
Hello.
You see, said hello. I'm going to play it again so you can hear it loud.
Hello.
You heard it? Hello. So now that's not what we wanted to say. We're going to wipe it out and we'll type in what we wanted to say. So the narrator will say, our adventure begins in a deep savannah. Watch as the strong lion sleeps. Okay, so let's start. Our adventure begins in a deep savannah. Command shift. Watch as the strong lion sleeps. So let's see.
Our adventure begins in a deep savannah. Watch as the strong lion sleeps.
Now it's time to add the lion's voice. The narrator is done talking, so we set the voice to giant. So you get your speak block and place it under the set voice too. You wipe the hello and you type in, I have I've been hunting. I've been hunting all day without getting any food, comma, let me rest a little before I continue with my search. Alright, that's it. So I've been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search. Oh, then the costume will switch. Standing lion, resting lion. Then the costume will switch to sleeping lion. So the lion will close his eyes and try to sleep. Switch costume to sleeping lion. Now listen.
Our adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps. I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
And he closed his eyes. Exactly the way we coded it. Now, what next? It's time to bring in the naughty mouse that won't let the mighty lion sleep peacefully. So, click on your mouse. But we're going to make the lion broadcast a message. So, when the mouse receives the message, he will show and act his own part. Now, broadcast the message. Go to your events and get your broadcast block. Place it right here. And change. You're going to create a message. Name your message mouse. Mouse. And okay, broadcast mouse. Then go to mouse. When I receive mouse, show. Remember it was hidden before. Go to your looks and get your show block. Now, what's here? Alright, the mouse is here. But this mouse is too big. Let's reduce the size to 70. 70. Alright, now it's looking like a normal mouse. So we're going to make the mouse come from this place. Okay. When you receive mouse, show at this position. Go to your motions and position the mouse well. Alright. So let's click on the green flag and see what we have done so
Our
far.
adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps. I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
And let's code for the naughty lion, the naughty mouse. So the narrator would talk. So go back to your text to speech and get set voice to tenor and speak. So the voice is going to say, a tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws. Okay, now wipe the hello and type. A tiny mouse. A tiny mouse was not careful, so it glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paw. You should try to type correctly so the voice can sync well, because it's going to read it exactly the way you're typing it. So listen.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Alright, so now the mouse will say something. So for the mouse's voice, we'll be using squeak. So place it here and change it to squeak. Set voice to squeak and get your speak block and say, type in what you want the mouse to say. So the mouse will say something. The mouse is going to sing. What a fun and cozy place to play. What a fun and cozy place to play. What a fun and cozy place to play.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
What a fun and cozy place to play.
Alright, let's add something. Let's make him laugh or say something. Let's do haha or something. Haha. See.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Haha, what a fun and cozy place to play.
That's too fast. So haha. Ha 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 ha.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
Better. So now we're going to make the mouse glide from this position onto the lion's paws. Okay? So go to your glide. We're going to make him glide before we get the block. You remember how we glide, right? So run to this place. Glide 2 seconds to this place.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
Bam! And he glided onto the lion's paws. Now we're going to create an angry lion. Okay, so the lion will get up angrily, screaming at the mouse. Let's go to costume. Create the angry lion. So for the angry lion, we're going to use standing lion. So we're going to add you're going to use black, right? Reduce your brush size to 3 or so. I want it to be tiny. Okay, this is better. Then we'll choose black. I'm supposed to duplicate and name this one angry lion. Angry lion. Angry. Okay, now let's create the angry lion. Change this to black. And Draw. Now we're going to get this white, add the white seeds, still with our brush. This time around, make your brush to be full. Like this will now look like, you see, the lion is looking angry here. So then you go back to your and then broadcast a message. Use a message and name it Angry Lion. New message. Angry Lion. Okay. And then when I receive, go to the lion. When I receive Angry Lion, switch costume to Angry Lion. Switch costume to Angry Lion. So go back to the mouse. When I receive Angry Lion, when I receive Angry Lion, glide from the lion's paws back to this place. Make him glide for 1 second. Then the lion will say, "Who dares disturb my sleep?" Set voice to giant. And say, "Who dares disturb my sleep?" It's going to scream it, so you add your exclamation mark. Who dares disturb my sleep?
Who dares disturb my sleep?
We're going to make the lion
Our
go.
adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps. I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
Who dares disturb my sleep?
Alright, more like it. So now it's going to broadcast a message for the mouse. So the mouse is going to plead. Broadcast. I'm going to create a message. Scared mouse. Scared mouse. So go to the mouse. When I receive scared mouse, what should I do? When I receive scared mouse, set voice to squeak. and speak. So the mouse is going to say, "Oh, please, mighty lion, spare me. I didn't mean any harm. Oh, please, mighty lion." Exclamation mark, shift, then spare me. Exclamation mark again, then I didn't mean any harm. I didn't mean any harm.
Oh, please, mighty lion, spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
Alright, so the lion, now is the turn of the narrator. Say something. So each voice to tenor. So the narrator will say, "The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse." The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the mouse, the helpless mouse. The helpless mouse.
Oh, please, mighty lion, spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse.
Then you said the voice is quick again. And say, squeak is the mouse's voice, you remember. "Please, O king of the jungle, O king of the jungle, if you let me go, I promise I'll help you someday. I promise I will help you someday."
Oh, please, mighty lion, spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse.
Please, O king of the jungle, if you let me go, I promise I will help you someday.
So you broadcast the message for the lion to say something. Now we're going to name this message funny, just funny. So go to the lion. When I receive funny, set voice to giant. And say, You help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. You help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
You help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Like the lion is wondering, how can this tiny mouse help me? Hold me, the king of the jungle. So, the narrator will now speak. Set voice to
Hello.
tenor and say. So now we're going to wipe the hello and we'll type in what the narrator will say. The narrator will say, but the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy. But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy. The lion is not wicked after all.
You help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
So now, the lion will say, go on, little one, you are free. Go on, little one, you are free. That's right. So listen.
You help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
Go on, little one, you are free.
So now, we didn't add something here. We're supposed to make the lion switch from angry lion to just standing lion, because he's no more angry. That's when he will laugh. Alright, so go back to your looks and look for switch costume block. Place it right here. No, not under free. Oh, funny rather. Then change it to standing lion. So now.
You help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
Go on, little one, you are free.
So we're going to broadcast a message. Get your broadcast block, place it here, and name it free. Then go to the mouse. When I receive free, go to your text to speech and say set voice to squeak. And say Thank you, mighty lion. I'll never forget your kindness. Oh, thank you. Thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness. I will never forget your kindness. Alright? Full stop.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Thank you, mighty lion. I'll never forget you. Now, the narrator will say something again to set the voice to, and the narrator will speak. The narrator is going to say, days later, the lion got trapped in the hunter's net while roaming about. Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunter's net while roaming about.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunters while roaming about.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunters while roaming about.
Now we're going to create another costume where the lion will be trapped in the lion's net. So we'll create the net by ourselves. Let's head on to our costume. Click on lion. So we'll be using the lion, duplicate and name it trapped lion. Trapped lion. Okay. Now let's create our net. Change this to black. More like it. Now we're going to create. Draw, 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 draw. I know most of you love drawing. Why some of you don't like using the paint icon at all? But you have to. You have to be creative while scratching. You can make your own more finer than mine. Mustn't be the exact thing I'm doing. You know, scratch is all about creativity. Alright, it's time to cross. So let's cross horizontally. We're done drawing the vertical part of the net. Draw, 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 and then for the final part, do it this way. So now we're going to draw something like this. Something like this. Okay, so that's the trap, and I've named it trap lion already. So we'll go back to our code, and days later, the lion got trapped in the hunter's net, and then we broadcast a message, and we named the message trapped lion. When trapped lion, go to the lion's part. When I receive trapped lion, switch costume. First switch backdrop. Switch backdrop to, or let's just continue. There is other way we can do this, but let's just continue. When I receive trapped lion, switch backdrop to jungle. So the lion will get trapped in the jungle, and switch costume to trapped lion. Now listen. Okay, so we have to position the lion somewhere here. Take the lion up here. So the lion is trapped now at this position. So position it this way, and the lion will say something. Oh no, I'm caught in a hunter's trap. So go to your text to speech block. Set voice to giant. And say, oh no, I've been trapped. I've been caught. I've been caught in a hunter's trap.
Oh no, I have been caught in a hunter's trap.
Okay. Or I am caught. Let's take out the have. I am caught.
Oh no, I am caught in a hunter's trap.
The lion will still say, who will save me? Okay. Who will save me? I missed the part. The mouse is still here, so we need to do something. When I receive free. Oh, thank you, mighty lion. So we're going to make the mouse glide off the stage. We didn't do that, so we'll do that now. So go to your play to this stage first.
Our adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps.
I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
dares disturb my sleep?
Oh please, mighty lion. Spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse.
Please, O king of the jungle. If you let me go, I promise I will help you someday.
You? Help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
Go on, little one, you are free.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunter's.
So now let's make the mouse glide. More reason why I brought it back. After saying thank you, the mouse will glide from here to here and hide. Alright.
Our adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps.
I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
Who dares disturb my sleep?
Oh please, mighty lion. Spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse.
Please, O king of the jungle. If you let me go, I promise I will help you someday.
You? Help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
Go on, little one, you are free.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunters while roaming about.
Oh no. I am caught in a hunter's trap. Who will save me?
Alright. Now the lion will broadcast a message. The message will be save me. Save me. So broadcast save me, and for the mouse, when I receive save me, show. Remember it was hidden. Show. So we're going to make it show at this position. Show. And say, but before this, let's go back and add something. The narrator is going to talk. So go to your text to speech. Set voice to then no, that's our narrator's voice, and speak. The narrator will say, the tiny mouse hearing the cries of the lion, the tiny mouse hearing the cries of the lion, the tiny mouse hearing the cries of the lion rushes put comma here, then rushes to his aid. Could this be the moment to fulfill its promise? So we don't want it to be too long, so we get another block, place it under here.
Oh no. I am caught in a hunter's trap. Who will save me?
The tiny mouse, hearing the cries of the lion, rushes to his aid. Could this be the...
Will this be the moment to fulfill its promise? Question mark.
tiny mouse, hearing the cries of the lion, rushes to his aid.
Alright.
Could this be the moment to fulfill its promise?
Then the mouse will say, "Don't worry, mighty lion, I'll free you." "Don't worry, mighty lion, I will free you," with an exclamation mark. Okay. Then,
Don't worry, mighty lion, I will free you.
don't worry, put a comma here. Mighty lion, another comma.
Don't worry, mighty lion, I will free you.
Alright. Now, the mouse will glide from here to the net. Okay? So, what's your motions? And then glide from here to here. Then add this glide. Let's see. And we'll add a sound. Bites. Like he's using his teeth to rip the net. So go to your sounds and select bite. Alright, that's the sound. Then go back to your codes. Play sound. Now we need our repeat loop because this is just going to play once. So go to your controls and get your repeat. Place it here. It's going to repeat 10 times. Okay. Or let's make it repeat just 5 times. Okay.
Don't worry, mighty lion, I will free you.
And that is it. Now we'll now make the mouse glide back and glide. Or let's make him broadcast a message first. Broadcast a message. So we're going to name this message. Freedom. When I receive freedom. When I receive freedom. Switch costume to standing lion. Standing lion. And he will say something. So for the mouse, broadcast this arm, glide back. The mouse will glide back. Let's do this again. The mouse will glide back.
Don't worry, mighty lion, I will free you.
Okay. So we'll position the lion well here. And the lion will go to this position.
Our adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps.
I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
Who dares disturb my sleep?
Oh please, mighty lion. Spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse.
Please, O king of the jungle. If you let me go, I promise I will help you someday.
You? Help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
Go on, little one, you are free.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunters while roaming about.
Oh no. I am caught in a hunter's trap. Who will save me?
The tiny mouse, hearing the cries of the lion, rushes to his aid. Could this be the moment to fulfill its promise?
Don't worry, mighty lion. I will free you.
So you notice something. We're going to make the mouse come to the front layer. It's going to the back layer. So go to your looks and set the mouse to, from the beginning, when green flag is clicked, it should always be there. Oh, our code is already so long. Wow. That's the longest code since we started doing animation. Right?
I don't make her fast. What do you mean?
So position it to and then the lion is going to thank the mouse for saving him. Right? So the lion will say, "You saved me." So go to your text to speech, set the voice to giant. And speak. You saved me. The lion was so surprised because he never thought the tiny mouse can ever be of help. I should never have doubted you. I should never have doubted. Doubted you. I should never have doubted you. Then the narrator will now say something. Set voice to turn on. The narrator will say, from that day forward, the lion and the mouse became good friends. And then he will say, Strength and size matter less than kindness and courage. Strength and size matters less than courage, less than kindness and courage. Courage. Then strength and size matters less than kindness and courage, and it's going to switch. Let's go and create the end backdrop. Create a backdrop. Okay, then type in the end. Leisure, select, expand, stretch it out, the end. Okay. Then go to the lion and switch backdrop to it's going to say the end first though. The end. Then switch backdrop to backdrop 2. You should name it the end. Then go to the volume, switch backdrop to the end, and play the tada sound. Go to sounds, search for tada. Alright, then you go back to your code and add the tada sound, and that will be the end of our story. So now let's sit back and enjoy our story because it's ready.
Our adventure begins in a deep savanna. Watch as the strong lion sleeps.
I have been hunting all day without getting any food. Let me rest a little before I continue with my search.
A tiny mouse was not careful, so he glides onto the scene, playfully running across the lion's paws.
Ha 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 ha. What a fun and cozy place to play.
Who dares disturb my sleep?
Oh please, mighty lion. Spare me. I didn't mean any harm.
The furious, angry lion was ready to crush the helpless mouse.
Please, O king of the jungle. If you let me go, I promise I will help you someday.
You? Help me. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But the lion, amused by the mouse's courage, decided to show mercy.
Go on, little one, you are free.
Oh, thank you, mighty lion. I will never forget your kindness.
Days later, the lion got trapped in the hunters while roaming about.
Oh no, I am caught in a hunter's trap. Who will save me?
The tiny mouse, hearing the cries of the lion, rushes to his aid. Could this be the moment to fulfill its promise?
Don't worry, mighty lion. I will free you.
You saved me. I should never have doubted you.
From that day forward, the lion and the mouse became good friends. Strength and size matters less than kindness and courage. The end.
And that is the end of our story. Hope you enjoyed my story. And you know, mastering the text-to-speech block is not difficult. All you have to do is to practice, and practice, and then you become a pro, right? So I'll see you in our next class. Till then, keep scratching. Bye for now.